We're live after the crazy game. It was a battle in Buffalo. And I'm not going to lie, I took Buffalo. I thought it was the time for Mahomes to be removed from the top of the mountain of going to the AFC Championship game. 6 straight in a row. Ever since he's been a starter, this man has been to the AFC Championship game. I don't think there's ever been a quarterback for their 6 straight years. I would put a lot of money that there's never been a quarterback for 6 straight years to go to the championship game. And Mahomes has done it. They own Josh Allen in the Buffalo Bills, man. Every time you think Allen and them have a chance, it don't matter if it was the 12 seconds. It don't matter when it's Mahomes' first playoff game that's on the road. It doesn't matter how good the Bills look like when they came out with their offense at the beginning of the game. Mahomes had an answer. The Chiefs' offense has been abysmal, to say the least. They have not looked good at all. The receivers stepped up. McCole Hardman tried to trick it off a couple of times, but Mahomes still was able to overcome that fumble through the end zone. He was able to go to Buffalo and pull off one of, I feel, his greatest wins as a quarterback, seeing that he did not have Tyreek, right? He got Kelsey gone, but we know what's happened throughout this whole year, man. Tell me what you think about this game and how it all shook out at the end.
Man, what the boy Jay-Z say, man? Legacy. Like, anytime we see Pat step on the field, man, it's like he's just adding to his legacy. Because like you, I did not expect him to win this game, man. I said it the last time we discussed it. I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I thought this game they were going to actually be dethroned. And to see them come out and play the way they did offensively was great. You know, they were able to get the ball. They were able to run the ball, with Pacheco. You know, he was able to run the ball. And even the little handoffs that Clyde Edwards-Helaire ran, he looked good as well. And Rashee Rice looks good. Kelsey looked like the old Kelsey. They played an amazing game on offense. With Buffalo defensively, it looked like a lot of the injuries kind of caught up with them. They had been having injuries on the defensive end, and it kind of caught up with them a little bit. Man, it's like Josh Allen played a great game, but it's like you said, it's like he just still couldn't get it done. And you also wonder, it's like we keep asking this question, where is Diggs in some of these huge games? You felt like he didn't get a lot of opportunities, but the one he did get, he let kind of slip through his hands. But you know, it makes you wonder, and looking at some of these games, you know, Diggs is supposed to be your number one guy, and he's not getting the touches. And, you know, you wonder what's going to happen with him in the offseason as well. So many different ways we can go with this, man. But another just feather in the hat of Mahomes, man, to see what we about to see next week with, you know, I know we're going to cover it later on, but with Lamar and Mahomes going at it, man, I can't wait to see it.
Man, and to be honest, when the Diggs point, he had 8 targets. Boys is over him. A big drop. Like, man, ball just went straight through. I don't know what happens to him in the playoffs. I know Allen pulls the ball down a lot and runs when it's not there, but you still got 8 targets. Guys are plastered over you. Seems like in the regular season, the routes is nice. They're crispy, and there's a lot of separation there. In every postseason, the game that they lose, Diggs is, you know, not open, man. And in the play that he got, that's the game-changing play right there before the field goal. Because you catch that, I would say the ball should have got there maybe a tad bit earlier. But the way that you argue, the way that you pout, the guy that you feel you are,
you got to make every play.
Makes that play. St. Brown, how he been playing, would have made that play. Right? Yeah. Some of these other guys that's been balling with Justin Jefferson would have made that play.
Yeah.
Mike Evans dropped some, but he made that tough. Mike might have. So my whole thing is this has been year after year after year. The last big playoff game I feel like we've seen Diggs have was the catch in Minnesota, and that play shouldn't even happen. That was more of what the Williams guy did more than what Diggs did, right? Diggs just caught the ball and dude flew past him. Josh Allen played his tail off. until it was time to really play his tail off.
Yep.
And in the fourth quarter, they couldn't move the ball. And I'll say Buffalo, they started clamping up on defense too. Both teams started doing this. It started getting tight. Started getting tight out there. But go ahead.
And see, that's the thing. I felt like the Chiefs were getting pushed around. Buffalo was running the ball on them, right at them, was punching them in the mouth. And you said it. I think the Chiefs finally kind of buckled down a little bit, and they weren't able to run the ball as easy on them. Even Josh Allen's runs weren't as potent as they were earlier in the game. And they did show where he kind of missed a couple reads there. And he actually almost tricked it off himself with that fumble.
He fumbled.
Yep. So, I mean, they definitely had an opportunity to win at the end. I think a lot of people are going to put it on that missed field goal. A lot of people are going to do that. But even if he makes that field goal, I think Mahomes going to get the ball back with a minute and something left, the odds are good that Pat going to get him down at least for a field goal attempt, So, and it shouldn't have been in there. You shouldn't have put the kicker in that predicament. But, hey, he got to make the kickoff.
That's a chip shot. And it's windy, but so, look. Josh Allen's record versus Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, 0-3.
Mm-hmm.
Bills in the last 4 postseasons, they're 5-0 against everybody in the NFL except for Patrick Mahomes, 0-3, and 0-1 against Joe Burrow. You can't be the man unless you beat the man, and we would say men, when Joe Burrow and the Bengals are healthy.
Yep.
What does this do for Josh Allen and his outlook? Man, this one's the tough. I think this is the toughest one. The 13-second one hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But they were at Arrowhead. You had Tyreek. They was flying high in Kansas City. This is a down year for Kansas City. You got them at home. You got the fans shoveling out the snow. Everybody's behind you. That's why they're there, because they think we're going to win. We're whatever y'all need us to do, we're going to do, because this is our year. That's why they're doing it. You're not, if it snow like that, I guarantee you in the regular season, and you 3 and 5 of the same fans ain't showing up.
No.
They showing up because of what they believe will happen last week and what they believe was going to happen this week. That's why they're out there. Whatever y'all need. What does this do for Josh Allen, man?
I will say this, man. In the games that he's been beat, he still has played amazing games. And so it's tough for me to say that his legacy takes a huge hit, because football is just the ultimate team game. You need everybody to play their part. You need everybody to do what they're supposed to do in order for your team to win. And I felt like he's come to play in every one of those games. But this one hurts. For everything that you just said, you're at home, you're the 2 seed. I guarantee you the Chiefs are not coming back with this same lack of weapons next year. That will not happen. They will not do that to themselves again. Even though they're about to play for the AFC Championship game, they're going to go out and get somebody who can play on the outside next year. So I look at it from this standpoint. Josh, next year, now you're going to have to go against – you're going to have to see Lamar again. You're going to have to see a better Chiefs team, most likely. You're going to see Burrow again, who's going to be healthy, like you said. And
a new Chargers team.
Yeah, I would say with Harbaugh, maybe.
Maybe Jacksonville gets back rolling again. Like, bro, the Browns got rolling at the end of this year. Like, this was the year.
This was the year. And then you got to look at it like this. There was a point in time where people were thinking they weren't even going to make the playoffs. So they got hot at the right time. So a lot of Buffalo fans felt like, hey, this is the year we done got hot. We got in. We got the Chiefs at home. We got the opportunity to really do something special. And if you would ask me legacy-wise where he's at, I think it's still – the jury's still out. He still has a long way to go. But he's also a guy – I wonder how long he's going to play, because he takes a lot of punishment.
They talk about Lamar. He takes way more punishment than Lamar.
Yeah,
Lamar gets down. Lamar, when he does get tackled, he's elusive. That's how I play. I got tackled. I didn't get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is getting hit. He's not getting tackled. Lamar's elusive, so you're tripping him up. Gotcha. And Josh Allen is delivering blows.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, obviously, Lamar, if we just could put years on it, I think Lamar might play 3 to 4 more years than Allen.
I agree.
Because Allen's just so big and his body's going to eventually break down, because once you get that old, he's not going to change his playing style. He's been that.
No.
It's easier for Lamar to change his playing style, just to run and get out of bounds and not try to go for more, than Allen to not try and be a battering ram because that's how he gets his yards.
Yep. Yeah, I can see some injuries happening with him in the future, man, because he continues to play like he's playing. He doesn't go down easily. When he does slide, it's awkward looking. So, I really see him getting hurt, man, to be honest with you. And of course, you don't wish that on anybody, but I can see that.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. But if I can say what I think his legacy is going to be, I think he may go down as another Marino. He may go down as a guy that had all the tools, but never, ever got it done in the games that he needed to get it done. And he easily could go down as one of those guys because the AFC is stacked and loaded with young talent. It's stacked with great teams. Like, he's not in the NFC where it's like 2-3 quarterbacks and that's it. It's loaded. The AFC is loaded. So he has to take advantage of every single opportunity. He let a big one slip today.
And as we're saying that, we didn't even say how much better the Texans are going to be next year.
Facts.
We didn't even talk about how much better they're going to be. And another team that people really sleeping on is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because they're really only lacking a real quarterback.
They got the
defense is good. They got weapons on the outside. Najee Harris is not a bad. He just can't do nothing because they really don't got a quarterback to take the pressure off of him. And Pittsburgh, the AFC, and then we know they got problems. But who's to say the Dolphins don't break through and start doing like the AFC is stacked, and this was the year. Because McDaniels know we got to restructure some stuff to get back rolling, and we don't want them games at Arrowhead in Buffalo. We got to win. So this was tough on the Bills. Like I said, I thought they were going to win, man. I didn't think that it would come down to a missed field goal from there. I thought it would come down to a made field goal, right? Come in, win it instead of the anticlimactic miss, basically run the ball out. But I did think it was going to come down to a field goal. And it did. They never disappoint, Allen and Mahomes. I think it's kind of like Brady and Manning in the fact that it took Manning like a little while to get past the Patriots.
To beat him.
And in the game that he beat them, remember they was losing by like 20.
They came back and won.
So I feel like he's kind of in one of those ruts right now.
Let me ask you this. If you're Buffalo, right, what do you do next year to get over the hump? Do you look at, and this is going to sound blasphemous, do you look at trading Diggs? Do you look at moving on from him?
The reason why I do is because the stats are the stats and the facts are the facts. Is he's not done anything to put us over the hump as far as playoffs go. He's caused division in the locker room. His brother has now caused division, right? So we know that they're not past him, the brother, getting our guy, which they're going to keep Josh Allen. That's it.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
You got a running back in Cooks. You got Kincaid in Knox at tight end.
You got Shakur now, Gabe Davis.
You can get another really good, especially if you're going to trade him, you can go get a receiver. You can go get multiple draft picks. And receivers are easier to come by than some of trying to get another, I think a back like Cook. And like you can get good backs, but Cooks can catch that ball out the backfield. Stay on the field. He's not just, one of those guys that's straight ahead. And he's shifty. He's young. You got him for a pretty good deal as well. So on that rookie contract still. So I think they do move off of him. I would, just because sometimes you got to shake it up. And the last thing you want is that prima donna receiver that's not doing Randy Moss, T.O. things. You going to be that. I need those Randy Moss, T.O.
all times. At all times.
And to be honest, this slide happened not long after his brother made those tweets. Because it looked like in the last 8 games, it was, I don't think he had like a 100-yard game.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. It's been a while.
It was bad at the end of the year. So I think they might be looking, because this year he already came into camp and it was already fractured. I think it's time to move on from him, and it is what it is. When you can go get guys like, and I'm not saying they're available, but like Amari Cooper's, Cooper Cubs, Pukas, you got guys that Justin, even as good as he is, Justin Jefferson's of the world that just do their, Mike Evans, just do their job. And don't cause division. St. Browns of the world, right? You got guys that can just do their job. So if I got a guy that's just doing what they're doing, but you're not doing it at a high level in the playoffs, when we all know that's all that matters to the Bills,
need it.
We need to move on, because you can get some other pieces maybe on the defense. You can get some other pieces Maybe on the O-line, you might get another whatever. He's a valuable guy. He's a monster. He's a dog. He's an all-pro talent. But that doesn't always equal the wins. Like I said, usually when a receiver goes out the game, the Vegas spread will not move more than half a point. Because they know plugging somebody else in there. You have to be Randy Moss or Tyreek Hill because of what he was doing this year for the spread to move any significant amount. And the spread moves off of real statistical things when the best receivers throughout time have not played in games. It hasn't, oh, Randy's not playing today, we can't win. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. Peyton's not playing. Tom's not playing. Even Baker Mayfield for this Bucks. If Trask is out there compared to a Baker Mayfield, it completely changes what goes on. Yeah. You saw Debo go down. Jennings stepped up.
Right on up.
You see guys step up at receivers. So.
Yep. And that's the thing. I think that we're seeing too more than I feel like before. A lot of these young guys are able to step in and come in and ball. You know, because of the schemes now, they're able to plug and play a lot with receivers, a lot. So guys are a lot more successful quicker now at the receiver position. So it'll be interesting to see if they move on from it. I think they will too. I think they made a good decision, even though it was rough doing it through the season, getting rid of Dorsey. I think their offense did take an uptick, you know, once they put I think it's Brady. I think the OC.
Yeah, Joe Brady.
Well, yeah, when they went with Joe Brady, I think that they definitely saw an uptick. So I think they're trending in the right direction. But at the same time, this was their time, man. This was their time. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
You know how long that offseason is going to be? You know how long OTAs are going to feel? You know how long two-a-days is going to feel? You know how long preseason is going to feel? You know how long the season is going to feel?
Yeah.
You know how long the round one of the playoffs is going to feel? How round two is going to feel? Like, you're literally – not, and that's where you slip up and don't even make the playoffs because you're not even worried about all that. You're just like, we got to get back to this. And you miss all those small steps because that bad taste is in your mouth. Everything is just going to be terrible for them this offseason because all they can think about is, bro, this was the year. And they're not even going to be wanting to do OTAs. Like, think about it. Yeah. The Texans can't wait to get back in the facility.
Yeah.
Right? The Bucks is like, man, if we sign Baker, and he knows he's the guy. There's teams that are ready for the offseason to build. The Bills are not one of those teams.
No.
They don't care about nothing but getting back to this divisional round to make it to the AFC Championship game, man. And we'll leave it there because we still gonna come back with this with the guys tomorrow, talking about each game. But this was the one, and this is gonna be the one when you know you that dude and you like, man, I let her get away, bro.
I let her get away.
And you that dude that ain't married in your 50, that could be Josh Allen, like we talked about, because he might be like, dang, this was the time I had her, and I never seen this opportunity again because maybe everybody else got better. Because the Bills could start breaking up, and while everybody else is building and getting happy.
That's what Marino said. Marino said he got there that first time, got to the Super Bowl and played against the Niners. He said even though he lost, he felt like, oh, man, I'll get here again, and never got the opportunity again. You know, so it happens.
As good as he was, as good as Rodgers was, boys think it's just easy when you do that. Like, you got to understand, when it's your time, you have to capitalize. Everybody's not Patrick Mahomes. Everybody don't got Andy Reid. Everybody don't got just that Patriots, it's a weak division, and so we're automatically there. Plus, we got Tom. Like, there's certain people that have it set up, but everybody else, I hate when they say, well, Lamar hasn't won a Super Bowl, or Dak hasn't won a Super Bowl, or even Allen. Go look at the last 25 Super Bowls. It's like seven guys.
Won it? Exactly.
Brady, Manning, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger twice. It's the same seven guys. So when you get your chance to be the guy to get one, you got to get you one.
You got to get you one. Yep. When you get the opportunity, you got to make it count.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you jumping on here tonight. We'll rock and roll and get back on with the guys tomorrow. We got a lot to discuss about this previous weekend, plus everything moving forward. Now the 2 games, and we got that big one.
Oh, yeah. Man, I'm sad, man. Football season almost over.
It sucks.
All right, buddy. Take it easy, bro.
Man, have a good one, my boy.
All right.